What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? We're gonna be doing some Euro Truck Simulator today. We're gonna be in this beautiful white knight in shining armor Scania. I have a soft spot for Scanias, to be honest. I love Scanias too much. A lot of my trucks are Scanias, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's a really cool looking truck, and I've seen them in person during my travel in Europe and the Middle East. Seen Scanias everywhere, so they look better in person. So anyway, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We're in Switzerland. So we're gonna drive around, do some jobs. Hey, what's going on, buddy? How are you? We'll do some jobs, have a good time. And we're gonna go from there. All right, let's see what we got. This one more. All right, we're gonna stick with it. 700 miles. We're gonna go from Switzerland to Hungary. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce the name of the cities because I'm gonna butcher them. That's 100%. All right, let's go ahead and do it. All locked up. Future Gamer, what's going on, buddy? How are you? How are we doing?
Turn right. Turn left. After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right. Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right. Turn right.
We're driving in Switzerland today. Or I should say from Switzerland. In the Scania. Beautiful looking truck we got going on today. Not gonna lie, I do like the roads in Euro truck only because they're
Keep right.
curvaceous.
After 50 yards,
They got
exit
more
right
curves to
ahead.
them, and they're smaller. There's a lot of maneuverability.
Exit right ahead.
So it kind of makes sense for the trucks to be smaller. Can you guys hear the music in the chat? Let me know. I don't have it on very loud, but let me know if you can hear the music.
Go straight.
You can't hear the music in the chat. Interesting. I should be able to hear it now. Should be able to hear the music now. Let me know. All right. That's fine. I don't, as long as you can hear a little bit of music, that's fine. Good on, Jake. Amen to that, brother. No, I streaming a little bit later today because I went out early food shopping and went out to dinner. Got some Thai noodles. It was pretty good actually. Shrimp Thai noodles. Weather today is not bad. It's okay. Hopefully the weekend won't be that bad either. Merry Christmas to everybody. Tomorrow I might not be able to stream. It's Christmas Eve, so I wish you all a very Merry Christmas with your families. Hopefully you guys get some nice gifts.
Go straight.
What's going on, Dave? How you doing, buddy? Just like that, we're in Austria. Surprised that there's no like security checkpoint. Merry Christmas, Jake.
Go straight.
Getting colder, raining in Boise, Idaho.
Keep right.
I want to go to Idaho. Merry Christmas, future gamer. I know I have one more day before Christmas. It's just that, you know, we're gonna be with family. You know, Christmas dinners everywhere. White elephant everywhere. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll try to stream tomorrow, like early in the day. It depends if there's football or not. I know there's a football game tomorrow. I think there's Steelers and Bengals playing tomorrow. So depends. I'm not in fantasy football playoffs this year, unfortunately, but you know, I do love watching football, so it depends. My Rams won last night, baby. Let's go.
100 yards. Turn
So
right.
happy that they won last
Turn
night.
right.
I would love it here. Yeah, I'm sure.
Keep left.
What am I hauling? We're hauling almonds. We're dropping almonds in Hungary from Switzerland. Go Rams, about time. Amen to that. Nobody was expecting the Rams to do anything this year, so the fact that we're currently in the 6th seed in the wild card, I'm happy with that. I had zero expectations this year. You know, we have a young defense. The only one that anybody knows is Aaron Donald on the defense. I mean, obviously I know my team, so I know who's on it. We have Aaron Donald, obviously future Hall of Famer, and we have Ernest Jones right now. He's our middle linebacker. He's the kind of the quarterback of the defense. He's really good. But other than that, the entire defense, mostly, if not all, are new players, first and second year players. So zero expectations. But obviously I drafted Puka Nacua with the 7th round pick in the draft in fantasy football. Boy, he won me a lot of games. But anyway, Dave is a Lions fan. Dude, I love the Lions. I root for them whenever they play because obviously Jared Goff used to be the Rams quarterback. And right now there are talks that right now the Rams are currently in the 6th seed. Lions are, I think, in 3rd seed. If I'm not mistaken, I think the 3rd seed. So if it stays like that, Matthew Stafford might end up going to Detroit. Oh boy. To play the Lions in Ford Field for the wild card. So how crazy. I think that game will have everybody watching. I don't care who you are. That's a great story. Jared Goff gets traded from the Rams to the Lions because they thought he wasn't good enough. Matthew Stafford goes from a losing Lions team at the time to a championship caliber team with the Rams. Goes on to win a Super Bowl in his first season with the Rams. Now he's back, maybe playing the Lions at Ford Field. Oh my God. What a story that would be. Obviously, Jared Goff is going to have to prove himself. You know, this will be a big game for him, you know, like to kind of get back at the Rams for trading him and getting rid of him. And obviously, Matthew Stafford is going back to the Lions where it all started for him. For 12 years, he was the quarterback, and he endured so much pain and misery and injuries with horrible teams. And all of a sudden, he's going back to where the Lions are hosting their first playoff game and probably their first division championship ever in the NFC North. What a story that would be. That I would watch that game regardless if I'm a Rams fan or not. But give me a break here. You're not been waiting for. I know it's. Listen, Lions fans have been suffering for a very long time. Give Rams a couple of years, they be back. Lions are like Buffalo, do good then choke. Matt is still good. Matthew is still good. I'll tell you that right now. Matthew is still good. I think the Lions, especially on the defensive side of the ball, they had a lot of injuries on the back end of the defense. That's why they lost a couple of those games. But man, if you know, the draft next year, if the Lions can focus on the defense, oh my God, you guys are going to be good for a long time. I mean, you guys let the Seahawks win in overtime. You guys should have won that game. Obviously, I'm a Rams fan. I hate the Seahawks. We swept them this year, so it's all good. But you guys should have won that game. But other than that, your defense, if it wasn't for these injuries, you guys should probably have an extra win or two. Who knows? You might have been the #1 seed in the NFC. Who knows? But yeah, you guys need to run the football more. You know, and you should be good to go. I mean, Jameson Williams, I picked him up in the draft. Obviously, it was frustrating because when I bench him, he does good. When I start him, he doesn't do anything. It's a love-hate relationship with Jameson Williams, but you have a good team. Lions are a good team. As long as they had 2 bad weeks, you know, the Bears was a really bad game, but so Rams are like the Eagles, have a good few years, then do nothing. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, I've been a Rams fan since 2003 when Kurt Warner was still the quarterback. And ever since 2004, which is the last year we went to the playoffs, I've been a Rams fan ever since. And we have sucked for so long. We had Steve Spagnuolo, our head coach, after the Giants won their Super Bowl, and he had these 4 pillars that did nothing. We had a horrible team. We had a decent defense, but a horrible team. We had who was the Lions offensive coordinator? Scott Linehan. I actually liked Scott Linehan because in his last year in 2006, I think, our offense was humming. I mean, we were on a 4-game or a 3-game winning streak. We ended the season 8-8, and we didn't make the playoffs because I think the Vikings made the playoffs that year. We had Steven Jackson, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Mark Bolger. You know, we had a really good team that year. We just didn't have a defense. We were letting a lot of people score. And then obviously we had Jeff Fisher for a while there. Again, decent defense, but nothing else to go off of. We had no offense. So, you know, we've been suffering for a while. We've been suffering for a long time. Laporte and Montgomery are studs. Yes, they are. Actually, I didn't expect. I had Laporte right in front of me in the draft, and I didn't pick him. I picked Hutchinson, and I picked Kittle. I should have picked Laporta, but man, Laporta is a surprise to me. I did not expect him to do that good. So, to me, that was huge. Let's see. Yeah, Amon-Ra is a steal. Was he a 3rd round draft pick or a 4th round draft pick, something like that?
Keep left.
You guys are old. I'm reading your ages here. Jeez, making me look like a little kid.
Keep right. After 50 yards, go straight.
Bruins fan make me mad last year.
After 50 yards, turn right.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think the only issue. I think the only issue with the Lions, they're not used to this
After 50 yards,
winning.
turn right.
So they're a young team,
Turn right.
right? So they have to adapt very quickly to the success that they've been having.
Keep left.
And so it's going to be playing teams that have been in playoffs. Come on, dude. It's going to be teams that they're going to be playing in the playoffs that are going to be, you know, more experienced, and they're going to have to put up with that experience. They're going to have to adapt and adjust to playing teams with more experience in the playoffs. So we'll see how that will play out, because they're very talented, but you know, the playoffs is a different animal. I mean, it's a one game and you're out, so everything has got to be on point. You can't, you know. Listen, if I would love for the Rams and the Lions to play in the NFC Championship game. I think that would be even a bigger storyline. You know, like this is, I mean, because think about it. If Matthew Stafford was to come out and say, "Oh, this is my last season," right? Can you imagine Matthew Stafford in his last season playing in the NFC Championship game against the Detroit Lions, who are trying to go to the Super Bowl for the very first time since the 50s? You know, a lot of us weren't even born or even a thought back then. Can you imagine him saying that, and then he plays the Lions at Lions to go to the Super Bowl, and if he was to lose, he'll retire. If he was to win, he goes on the Super Bowl again, and then maybe he wins another one. That's just crazy. Then the Lions, if they win, they go on to the Super Bowl for the very first time in the Super Bowl era, and then they would win their first Super Bowl ever. It's a beautiful storyline, no matter how you slice and dice it. So I think the Lions will be fine as long as they can just continue to win the last 2 weeks. Who are you guys playing? I think you guys are playing the Vikings this week, I think. And then you're playing, I know that you're playing the Vikings twice in the last 3 weeks. I think you're playing them this week, and I don't know who you're playing next week. Jets made a big mistake in getting Rodgers. Well, I mean, you really couldn't have foretold that. Okay, first of all, let's just talk about Aaron Rodgers coming out of the tunnel holding the American flag on 9/11, right? I think that was the first game of their season, and you know, the stars and everything. That just gave me the chill. I love Aaron Rodgers, right? As long as we're not playing him. But who could have seen that coming? You know, the Jets should have invested more in their offensive line to protect Aaron Rodgers. He gets sacked, tears his Achilles. You guys the Jets have a solid defense, but I think that it's going to get better. I think that, you know, next year, I don't think he should play this season. I think this season is a wash. This season he's done. I don't think he should come back, and I don't think he will come back. So it makes no sense. The Jets are out of the playoffs. You know, you have a solid defense. Don't risk it. Let them heal up properly. Go through a brand new offseason. And it's actually a good thing. I want the Jets to continue losing to get a better draft pick. Invest in an offensive line. Get a solid left tackle. Upgrade your offensive line. You have a lot of weapons on offense. You're not. You got Breece Hall. You got your number one receiver. What's his name? Damn it. I keep forgetting his name. And then you also got Lazard as well. So, and you have a young tight end. Like, you guys have a lot of good pieces on offense. You need to just upgrade that offensive line. Maybe a few sprinklers here on the defensive side of the ball, and then you'll be good to go. But I don't think you should come back this season. You know, it's the same thing with the Rams. The Rams traded 2 first-round draft picks and a third for Matthew Stafford. Initially, when I heard about that trade, I was like scratching my head. I'm like, why would they do that? Like, why? We don't need like, stop wasting our first-round draft picks. We haven't had one since 2016. But hey, we went to the playoffs. We finally beat the 49ers. I hate them with passion. And we won a Super Bowl, so why not? He made sure he had a good offensive line, same when we went to Tampa. Exactly. So, like, you know, you need a good offensive line. You have to. Angel Sky, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? That's why you just need a good offensive line. Like, you need an offensive line. Same thing with I mean, listen, the Rams last year, we were just getting battered with injuries last year. We had no offensive line. You know, the ones that we signed for a long-term deal, they got injured. They were out for most of the entire season. We were playing backups of backups. We were playing project players because we had no bodies to put out on the field, and our Matthew got demolished. Why is it so dark? I can't see anything. But overall, without an offensive line, you're just not going to get anything done. You can't run the football. You can't do play action. You can't do wheel routes. You can't do motion. You can't do anything. If the quarterback doesn't have time to throw the football, you're toast. Lions play the Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings. Okay, there you go. So the Cowboys now. Cowboys are... I can't put a finger on the Cowboys. Oh, I feel like the Bills just put the blueprint on how to beat the Cowboys. You know, they just blitz the crap out of Dak Prescott. Next thing you know, they're not getting anything done. I mean, they got demolished in Buffalo. So, nothing much. What are good mods to use on American Truck Simulator? I use the Real FOV mod. I use a couple of engine mods. I have to go through my list actually, because I don't have. Right now I'm playing Euro Truck Simulator, but let's see. I know I'm using the engine mods. I'm using Real FOV mod for the mirrors on the side. What else? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through my list. I can probably show it towards the end of the stream if you want. But yeah, I unfortunately I don't have my mod list right now in front of me. Like real companies, real gas stations. What else? You can also try to use like real Jesse Cat traffic mod, where it gives you, you know, real traffic if you're into that. What else? Also promods. Obviously promods are pretty good. So promods for American Truck Sim are going to be for they have Canada, so they can add Canada to the mix. It's mostly like Western Canada, like British Columbia, so it's not really a big map, but it's nice. Yeah, I can definitely go through the list later on. But man, the playoffs is right around the corner. I'm just happy the Rams won. That's what I'm really happy about. I wouldn't say that we were overachievers. I think that we're doing pretty good. is so dark. There's not a light fixture anywhere. Let me see if I can turn on my there we go. Now I can see better. And this is exactly why I hate driving at night in an American truck or in your truck. You can't see a thing. Brady was selected with the pick 199, 6th round in the 2000 NFL draft. Look what he done. I always like Tom Brady. Always have. I catch a lot of flack for it. Listen, I hated Tom Brady. Hated Tom Brady because as a Rams fan, we lost to him in 2001 and again in 2018, the 13-30 Super Bowl. That was just a field goal fiesta. We couldn't get anything going. And I mean, that's the lowest points that he's ever scored in the Super Bowl. So I'm just annoyed at the fact that, you know, we lost him twice in the Super Bowl. That's 2 more rings that Rams could have had, 2 more championships that we could have had. But and then the first, obviously in 2001, the Patriots cheated, and everybody say that they didn't, but he did. I mean, not him, but Belichick. We all know Belichick cheated. But towards the end, when I got to watch him more and more, and I got to see the kind of player that he is, I had more appreciation for him, if you will. And I was kind of sad when he retired. Kind of sad.
Right. After 50 yards, turn right.
So, you know, I think he's the greatest quarterback of all time, given the fact that he was able to hang around for 21 years or 22 years. You know, that in itself is just, in one season he was out the entire year in 2008 because of the ACL against the Chiefs. So every team cheats, don't get caught though. Oh yeah, 100%. Wasn't there one time, I think, was it the Bengals or the Browns, like they cheated, something like that? They had their, or the Jets cheat one time and they had their camera people on the other side or in the box office, like recording team signals and stuff like that. I don't know. But again, you know, Brady was good. Say what you will. Like, he had no-name receivers and he still went to the Super Bowl. Like, you know, they had a great offensive line though. Like, you couldn't sack the guy, but they had no receivers and he still went to the playoffs almost every year. So hats off to him for sure, 100%. It's just that, like, it's time to go, my man. Yeah, it was the Jets. Yep. It's time to go. I just didn't want him to. I was more happy that he was in the that he was with the Bucks, because
Left.
at least that way we can knock him out of the playoffs and he doesn't go to the Super Bowl, which what we did, you know, in 2021 when we went to Tampa and we knocked him out in the playoffs, made sure that he wasn't going to go to the Super Bowl. That felt really good as a Rams fan. You know, that was just like, it's about time that we get rid of this guy. But he still did pretty good. He still did pretty good.
Keep right.
Take this exit
After
coming out.
50 yards, turn right.
Do they not believe in like light poles in Europe? Like so dark. Brady'd still be married if would have retired when his wife told him to. Yeah, that's the thing that I feel kind of bad for him, you know. It's like, dude, you know, you went to the divisional round, you almost won the game against the Rams to end off your career, but I thought it was fitting that that his last significant, well, I mean, he lost to the Cowboys in the following year, right? I think they hosted the Cowboys in the wild card, and then they got their butts whooped. But regardless, you know, he should have just retired. I mean, honestly, he should have retired when he won the Super Bowl. I mean, like, to go to the Super Bowl, to be the first team that wins the Super Bowl on your own turf, that should have been awesome. Like, you just retire, you're done. You won 7 rings, nothing more to prove. You got more than MJ. You're good. You're to go. Retire. Come back the following year, and I think what screwed him off is I think it was, I don't remember if it was the center or if it was a right guard or left guard, that when Brady announced his retirement, he bounced.
Yards, exit right ahead.
And so when Brady took his sweet
Exit
time,
right ahead.
when he announced his retirement and he was like, nah, I'm back.
Straight.
That's when that guy bounced. And ever since then, their offensive line wasn't as good. And then, you know, they, no, wait. Was that what happened? No, I think it was after the divisional round. So when they lost in the divisional round, that guy bounced because everybody thought that he was going to retire, and then he came back. And then after he came back, they weren't as good anymore on the offensive side of the ball because he got sacked more that year. And there you go. I still don't think that his wife should have left him. I mean, I don't think his wife should have left him. I mean, I get it. Like, you want him to retire and spend more time with the kids, but like, come on. Don't leave your husband. I mean, obviously, I don't know all the intricacies and the details of their marriage, but it's just so dark. Don't leave your man, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna drive anymore in this darkness. This is just awful. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Well, that's what everybody keeps saying, and there is more to the story than what we know. But still, like, after they've been together for what, 12 years, something like that. Like, come on. I think that's terrible. But he's retired now for good. I mean, to play to the age of 45, I mean, that's just ridiculous. I mean, the dude is still balling. Three o'clock in the morning here, European time. Yeah, it is dark. So dark. At least by the time we get to where we need to get to, there'll be a little bit more light, and then we'll just do, we'll drive during the day. she said that we realized that we just wanted different things, and now we have a choice to make. Girl, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, no, definitely. He's still better than a lot of quarterbacks playing today, that's for sure. See, I want the NFL to get rid of turf. Turf should go away. Let's get natural grass. Let's invest in these stadiums. I mean, I watch the Premier League. I love the Premier League, you know. And you don't see a lot of ACL injuries on natural grass. But you see way more on turf. I mean, we need to get rid of turf. But obviously the NFL owners are not going to do that because it's going to cost them money. And also because they use their stadiums for events during the off season, or even sometimes during the weekend or the week during the football season. So, you know, like I was looking at, I think it was like Real Madrid's new stadium in Spain. And I was looking at the way that they change their stadium. And it's like they build like not a basement, but it's an underground changing station for the stadium. So you pull, it's like you putting puzzle pieces together. So you pull apart the stadium, you drop it down underground, and then you get a new patch of turf and you put it together. I mean, that thing looks amazing. But obviously, you know, it costs a lot of money, and owners are not going to do that just because they care about, you know, player safety, which is, again, it's a business. And yes, turf is cheaper to maintain, but at the same time, you know, you don't see ACL injuries with soccer players, at least at the same rate that you see it happen in the NFL. So hopefully that's something that, I mean, but they make a lot of money. I mean, they make a lot of dinero. You should be able to do that. Roll it outside. Yeah, the turf. They also have turf, right? I think they also have turf. Well, that was the same case at in St. Louis when the Rams were still in St. Louis. They used to roll the turf back in. A lot of pictures of them doing it. And, you know, hey, you have an event, you need to have, you know, like concrete floor or whatever, or slab.
Keep right.
You know, you just roll that turf out, get rid of it, and then do what you got to do, enjoy your event, and then bring it back in for the football game. But at the same time, it's like just natural grass is just better in general than playing on turf. It's safer for the players.
Exit right ahead.
So, who am I to say? I'm a measly Rams fan. Oh, dear God. I mean, the guy knows how to make money. Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones. So, we'll see how that plays out. Let's go ahead and change cams. Show you guys what we're working with here. Ah, light. Finally.
Go straight.
Feel sorry for St. Louis fans that was getting the shaft. I mean, listen, you know, it was not a big market, and the Rams originally were in LA. I mean, originally they were in they were in Cleveland. They were the Cleveland Rams back in the 50s and 40s, and then they went to LA and they were there for a long time until the 90s. And then when the late, I forgot her name. She was the previous owner. When she bought the Rams, she moved them to St. Louis because that's where she's from. And they were there from 94 to 2016, so 25 years. Something like that. So, I guess I do feel bad for them, but at the same time, you know, they've always been in LA. Unique Boss, what's going on, buddy? What shifter base and shifter knob do you have? So I'm using the Fanatec shifter base, and I'm using the Sim Vertex shift knob from Amazon. That's the shift knob I'm using. I can understand the NFL reasoning for them moving the closer division. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, literally, we're all in the same time zone. I think maybe Arizona might be 1 hour ahead, but the rest of the division is all on the West Coast. I mean, it makes perfect sense logistically, and you know, in the sense that they're all on the West Coast. I mean, they're all there. So I don't know, and I feel like the Rams do belong in LA. I'm kind of pissed that, not pissed, but like I'm more uncomfortable that the Chargers had to leave San Diego. I mean, that's their home base. I mean, that's where they've always been. You know, they've always been there in San Diego Chargers. I mean, that's who they are. But I think it was a condition for the Rams to move to include the Chargers because they also were looking for a stadium to go into. And so it's not really their home stadium, it's the Rams, but they rent it out for the Chargers for $1. So it's nothing, you know, it's a ceremonious amount. Just so that way the Rams can move too. But everybody knows the Rams are LA's team.
Right.
It's not the Chargers.
After 50 yards, exit right ahead. Exit right ahead. After 100 yards, turn left. Turn left. Riddle me this. Remember the Super Bowl Ravens with San Francisco Power went out? That game was rigged. I believe it. But I also don't want the Niners to win. So, listen, a lot of things are rigged nowadays. Listen, I don't think anybody in the NFC can beat the Niners except the Rams. I mean, the Rams are the only ones that win head to head and toe to toe. Keep right.
You know, with the Niners.
Turn right. So if anybody is going to be able to beat the Niners, it'll be the Rams. Although I wouldn't hold my breath on that. I think the Rams now are a different team from when the Niners played them in the second week of the NFL this season. So maybe we'll put up more of a fight. But how awesome would that be if we were to go to the NFC Championship game, beat the Niners at on their home turf, and then go to the Super Bowl again? That would be fantastic. We just need to take care of business with the Cowboys or the Lions. Right now, I mean, listen, we went toe to toe with the Ravens. Oh, this is a pain in the butt. You know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try it. There's the parking spot right there. We're gonna have to turn around and reverse right into it. Wow, that was sick. Beautiful job with that turn. I don't know what is going on with the Eagles right now, to be honest. I was really banking on them. I would rather the Eagles go to the Super Bowl than the Niners because my brother is a big Eagles fan, so I would rather him enjoy that. Because the Eagles are one of the only teams I think in recent memory that lost a Super Bowl, then they start out on a 10-1 run. I mean, that unheard of. I don't think I remember any team that has done that. So they just have to figure out whatever it is that they're going through and get it taken care of. But now that they lost 2 in a row or 3 in a row, I don't know, the Niners look pretty darn good. And if they do make it, I'll be rooting for the Ravens or whoever's on the AFC side to win it. Wow, this might be the smoothest parking job that I have done in a long time. Look at that. Look at that parking job. That's beautiful. Go ahead and drop it. Ravens are second in power ranking. Yep, they are. Eagles fan are nothing nice. Well, my brother is not like, you know, the Eagles fans that you hear about. That's for sure. Beverages. We're doing beverages. Let's take a look here. Got beverages and pet food. We can go to Romania or we can go to Bulgaria. Let's do beverages. All right, let's do that one. Kurt Insider. We're gonna need to refuel though. Yeah, I don't know what is happening with the Eagles right now. Whatever it is, they need to figure it out. Figure it out fast. Otherwise, they're gonna lose momentum and they're gonna end up not winning anything at this point. We're gonna make it. We should be able to make it. Don't say that, future gamer. Don't say that. I don't want him to win. I think the Ravens, I mean the Niners, after they get that trade from the Commanders with what's his face, defensive end from the Commanders, I think their defense is gelling now. Their defense is gelling. But the good thing is that their defense is getting older, so this is their best shot and go into the Super Bowl, because Purdy right now is in the second year. So they're going to have one more season out of him on that rookie contract that he signed as the last player taking Mr. Irrelevant.
Keep right.
Last player taken in the NFL draft. So they're going to have one more year to load up and stock up this team. And after that, it's a rebuild for the defense at least, because also Kittle is not young. Kittle is like what, 28, 27? Or maybe 29, I think.
Turn right.
So Kittle is getting older. He's been having injuries, and I did not know this was a two-lane situation. So their team is getting older. Fred Warner is getting older. You know, their safeties are getting older. Ward is getting older. Team is getting older. Rams are the youngest, one of the youngest teams in the NFL, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Keep right.
And I'm surprised that Christian McCaffrey has survived the entire season without an injury. I'll tell you that right now.
Exit right ahead. Keep left.
Now we're going through security. Checking documents. Unique Bots and Keith Cersei with the sub. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Tons of love. Thank you so much, you guys. Welcome to the fam. I'm sorry, my notifications are not like making noises. So if I don't look up, it's I don't see the notification that anybody subscribed, but I just saw it right now. Thank you for the subscription, you guys. Really appreciate it. Make sure you like the video if you're having a good time. If you're enjoying the conversation. We're a couple of days away from Christmas, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas. And and hopefully you guys get some nice gifts and not some flannels. Well, okay, how about this? What was the funniest gift you got for Christmas? Let's put it in the chat. Eagles always had a good team. Yes, they did. They've always had a good team, and their GM right now is doing a pretty good job. He had a couple seasons where I thought he was going to be gone because it's just a terrible drafting and terrible player accumulation. So, you know, sucks. I've been subscribed to you. Oh, I know. I saw. You did it yesterday, I think. I remember. I gave you a shout out. 24 player. Yeah, we're doing ETS today. We're doing ETS today. Oh man, you can see that the brakes are having a hard time. Luke, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? A Coke and a smile, you know the rest of the saying. Yeah, we're gonna need to refuel. We got 45 gallons of diesel, which is about 330 miles. You have about maybe 500 miles for the trip. We're gonna definitely need to refuel sometime soon. But yeah, no, the Eagles are fine. They just, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I you know, it's not the defense, because the defense is doing a good job keeping the Eagles in the game. You know, you got, like, the Eagles should have won the Seahawks game. I was watching the Seahawks game. I was like, all right. There's a minute left to go. It's freaking Drew Lock that's playing at quarterback. I mean, he's not Peyton Manning we're talking about. So I expected the Eagles to win that game, but that was just heartbreaking, to be honest. I don't know what's going on with the Eagles' offensive side of the ball, but they need to get their act together. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Got a toll booth coming up. I work at Idaho Arena hockey games. I maintain the ice. Oh, you're one of those that drive on that big ice cart that like smooths out the ice. That's pretty dope. I always watch them whenever they come out. $70 75 miles per hour. We're doing pretty good. I feel like Euro Truck just runs better. It's like more optimized than American Truck for some reason. Like I'm getting more frames on Euro Truck than I do on American Truck. We need to find a gas station and fast. Zamboni. Is that what it's called for real? I mean, I don't know. I'm seriously asking. Don't drink and drive. I couldn't help myself.
Keep
Yepper,
right.
what it's
After
called.
50
Oh, nice.
yards, turn right. Turn right. Keep left. Keep right. After 50 yards, turn right. Turn right. Keep left.
So what does it do exactly? Like, how does it work? Y'all just saw what the buzz was just doing, right? Okay, seriously, I need to get to a gas station. Let's see, is there a gas station? I think there was a gas station here. I'm just trying to see if there's another one. There's one right here. All right. Took me a year to learn how to drive it. Oh, wow. That's some complex machine. Ice resurfacing, what it does. Okay. So like smooths out the ice that's on the hockey field. I got you. I'm like trying to sip on this gas. So a year is about an average time it takes to learn how to drive the Yepper. Got it. Well, I learned something new every day. I didn't know it was called the Yepper. That's for sure. I just called it the ice machine. Oh, it's a year training. I got you. I got you. All right, let's see. How far are we right now? All right, let's just go here. Oh, I can't go there. So it would have to be this one. it the Zamboni or is it the Yepper? Yepper's another way of saying yes. Oh, Yepper. Okay, got you. That's on me. That's on me. That was actually called a Yepper.
Keep right. After 50 yards, exit right ahead. Exit right ahead. Keep left. After 50 yards, turn left.
Hmm. Us OG guys will get you in our circle. LOL, be patient. Let's do it.
Turn left.
There's the gas station.
Turn left.
Wow, I literally had like 14 miles of range to go. That was very close. Get the forklift behind it too. Pretty dope. All right.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
You know, I've heard of that game before and I just never played it.
Turn right.
Fishing Planet? No.
Keep left.
Oh, it's also on a mobile device. The only game I play on mobile is Call of Duty and Clash Royale. I've been on Clash Royale for, sheesh, God knows how long. I think since the game first came out. That's what I've been on. Back in like 2016 when the game first came out, Clash Royale. That's how long I've been on the game for. World of Tank. Huh. That's an interesting one. Blitz, Fishing Planet, and Wrestling Empire. Interesting. I do love playing with tanks though, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Axe Murder. That's a cool name. Dear God, man, like, you guys are idiots. They break so hard.
Keep right. After 50 yards, turn
Gotcha.
right. Turn right.
Yeah, I need to be more involved in mobile gaming. I'm not really involved in a lot, except for Call of Duty and Clash Royale. It's like I'm very selective. Like, I remember when, I mean, I used to be an Android guy when Android came out long, 2008. When Android first came out. And I used to play the very first game that I ever downloaded. I'll never forget that game. It was Helicopter, and it was basically you're pressing on the right side of the screen. If you put it in landscape mode, you press on the right side of the screen to keep the helicopter from hitting obstacles. It's like a flying bird game. What is it called? I forgot what it's called. But yeah, it was something like that. And then there was another game that I really liked a lot. It was throwing a crumbled piece of paper into a garbage basket. You just like throw it, and you have a fan that can affect the angle, and you have to curve it. And there was another game that I like to play. It was a soccer game where it's like you're trying to shoot the ball into the goal. No, it wasn't Angry Birds. It wasn't Angry Birds. Not that one. The game that I'm talking about, it's in portrait mode, and you keep pressing on the screen to keep the bird flying from hitting other obstacles. No. It wasn't Angry Birds. It wasn't Angry. It got so popular that the developer of the game shut it down because he couldn't keep up. Like, it was just so much that he had to do to keep the game going, and it was like right before COVID, like right before 2020, or like 2018, 2019, something like that. The game got so insanely popular that he just couldn't deal with it anymore. But it's back on now. It's been back for a while. My name on COD, probably it's Simpson. You're probably gonna find me on Simpson too. But yeah, so like it's just it games now for me, it's like I'm very selective on what games to download. There's a new game right now. I'll tell you exactly what it's called. It's called Stumble Guys. Stumble Guys. That's a fun game. It's like you can play with friends and oh my god, what are you doing? Why would you brake like that? What the hell? That was so stupid. No, it's SimSim, like how my SimSim GT. It might be like a different variation of SimSim, but I don't remember. Like you set it and forget it. Wow, this is so nice. Look at the scenery. Honestly, future gamer, I don't remember. It's probably just SimSim. I don't really remember exactly. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's a little bit of an uphill. Come on, baby girl.
After 100 yards, turn left.
We're in a checking point right now. Security checkpoint.
Turn left. After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Oh, that train was loud. Okay, have not driven here before. Really tight turn. I took a little bit too fast here. Yeah, I haven't been on Call of Duty for a while.
Cross the rotary. Second exit. Keep right. Exit ahead. Go straight.
Oh, I love it. It does look a maze. Like a maze.
Keep right. After 50 yards, exit right ahead. Exit
Yeah,
right
COD Mobile
ahead.
does. Like, I have my moments whenever I'm traveling. Like, I end up playing a lot of it on my phone. But when I'm back home, I'm just playing COD on my computer. It's a lot of trucks. Yeah, I heard about Warzone coming to mobile next year. I don't know. I feel like Call of Duty's getting lazy with the developers. Like they're not improving the game. I mean, you know, I play on PC on the other computer, Call of Duty, and I just feel like they're not really putting in the effort to put out a good product. Because Call of Duty, was it Modern Warfare 3? It looks exactly like Modern Warfare 2. I feel like 2 was a big upgrade from Vanguard and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. But from 2 to 3, there's very little change in the game, except a few animations, and they changed the crosshairs, and when you kill something, like it's just not the same for me. Just not the same. That's why I didn't buy Modern Warfare 3, because I didn't want to spend another $60-$70 on a game that looks exactly like the one that I'm currently playing. To me, that was just a waste of money. And I didn't buy the battle pass. I mean, I had like credits from Vanguard. I had like 1,200 credits or 1,800 credits. I just transferred that to Modern Warfare 2, and that was it. Like I refused to buy any battle passes. I bought the game. Why am I spending more money to get more things in the game? But again, you know, if you got money, you want to spend it, go for it. I'm not gonna say no. That's how it works. And the same thing with like Clash Royale. Clash Royale, when they came out with that stupid pass, I'll admit I bought it one time. It was $5. I bought it, but I thought it was like a one-time thing. But no, it's every season. New battle pass with new emotes and new animations and new banners. And I'm like, no. I honestly, I don't play Warzone or Battle Royale. I mostly play like domination, capture the flag, stuff like that. Like I play different modes, but I don't play Warzone. I'm not into Warzone. I hate their matchmaking. It sucks. Terrible. Oh my god. Stupid AI. I swear to God. Yeah, we're almost hitting like 90 miles an hour. Almost. We're like hovering around like 88, 89 miles an hour. I don't even know what the speed limit is. There's no speed limit on my map. Why are you slowing down, you idiots? Brendan! What's going on, Brendan? What got you into these kind of games? Well, I've always wanted to drive a truck since I was a little kid, and so... No, true story, for real, like I'm not kidding. So, when this game first came out in 2012, I bought it. I find it to be very relaxing, to be honest. It's very relaxing. You drive around the world, you know, on different trucks. You see like different countries and all that. Scenery is amazing. And it's very relaxing. Like if you're playing offline and you're not streaming, they have like radio stations in the game, live radio stations. You can roll down your windows, the wipers. I just turn off all the weather mods because it just gets so depressing. You're driving the entire time in like rain. I don't want to do that. But it's fun. It's fun. You know, you go through inspection, you go through toll booth. You know, you can upgrade your trucks. It's the whole shebang. That's what really got me into this game. Into this game and into American Truck Sim. It's very similar, but you're driving in the United States instead of driving in Europe. That's the kind of drivers I deal with every day when I'm haul grain and semi. I'm telling you, man, like freaking, they don't turn on their signals. Like that guy just went right in front of me, and I could have just kicked him off the road. So I don't know. It's funny because like I live in Jersey, and driving in Jersey has gotten worse dramatically over the last 10 years. Actually, more than that, 15 years. And it's gotten even worse since 2020 because everyone and their mother decided to go to Jersey because it was, you know, better to buy a house than to pay for rent that costs as much as buying a house. But I digress. So ever since then, this is driving in Jersey has gotten so much worse. But yet I have no problem driving a semi, you know, or a truck just cruising around Europe. I find it to be very relaxing. As weird as that sounds, it's the truth. Fishing Planet is the same relaxing and travel different places. I gotta check it out. And also because you have this immersive, you know, you got like 3 monitors that you're looking at. It's giving you an insane amount of field of view. I can look out through my windows. I'm looking through the mirrors. It's very immersive. And why are you slowing down so much?
Cross the rotary.
I do love the roundabouts or turn circles. Love the turn circles. Oh, there's somebody on a bike. Sweet. If Jersey is so good, why is the Statue of Liberty facing the other way? That was a good one. Oh, I don't care. I mean, listen. You know, Jersey is known as the Garden State. We call it the Garbage State. You know, it's fine.
Keep right.
If it were up to me, I'll move down to Florida tomorrow. Not gonna have time to pack and stuff.
Exit ahead.
No, listen, I love Jersey. There's nothing like going to the Jersey Shore. We got some beautiful beaches. You know, we got Wildwood. Atlantic City is nice during the summertime, but during the winter, there's nothing going on but casinos. If you're into that. We have some, I mean, like, you know, North Jersey by default is more crowded than South Jersey and even West Jersey. Western Jersey is all farm. Like southern West Jersey is all farmlands. Like you wouldn't believe that you're still in Jersey. East Jersey by the shore is beautiful, gorgeous, you know. North Jersey is really disgusting. There are some areas in North Jersey towards upstate New York. You know, when you're going up North Jersey away from the Hudson. Oh my God. If you're going North Jersey away from the Hudson and towards upstate New York, you got some nice clean areas there. But everything in that little eastern side towards the Hudson, that's just terrible. Yeah, Newark, Patterson, Jersey City, Hoboken, Weehawken, all these areas are just, no, would not live there. Absolute garbage. Because all the roads get smaller, especially the highways. The highways get smaller. There's so many exits. And you know, if there's one car that's stuck on the highway, forget it. You're stuck there for hours. So no, parking is terrible up there. Can't find parking anywhere. It's not like it used to be. Like it's just terrible, absolutely terrible. And there's not a lot of houses up in Jersey City. Like it's they have houses, but like certain areas, and even like the houses there are just so tiny and it's all right next to each other. There's no parking. There's absolutely no parking. Apartments there are very expensive because you're right across the Hudson, and so you can just take a ferry into the city and you're right there in 15 minutes. So rent is through the roof, and you're living in, like, you know, you know, like a matchbox, basically. This is a beautiful route. I'm loving this.
Go straight.
I'm gonna go Greyhound to Boston from where I'm from. Boise, I asked the bus driver, can we skip the Newark stop? No, Newark is very busy. You know, look, if you're in downtown Newark, a lot of security, a lot of cops, you know, it's all right. But if you go anywhere else, you're on your own. Yeah, Port Authority sucks. Port Authority sucks. Hands down. What are we listening to?
Keep right. After 50 yards, exit right ahead. Exit right ahead. Turn right. After 100 yards, turn left. Turn left.
Here we are, boys and girls.
Turn right. You have reached your destination.
Thank you, darling. All right, where do you want it? There it is, right there. All right. Like a glove. Look at that. I'm on a roll today, boys. I'm on a roll today. Let's go ahead and drop them. Not too shabby. All right. Well, I think this will be a good place for us to stop, you guys. Just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video today, please give this video a thumbs up. Really helps the channel, and I really do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's Saturday. Probably I will try to do a stream around midday, either noon to 1 p.m. or 2 to 3 p.m., something like that. So make sure your notification bell is on so that you guys get notified as soon as I go live. But want to say a big shout out to Future Gamer for keeping me company, Freebird, Unique Bots, Keith Cersei. Let's do a couple shout outs here since you guys have been so awesome in this stream. Let's see, Jake as well, appreciate it, Jake. Brendan, let's see what else. Mark Libby, Knight Rider, Jake, JB, Dennis, Kai Z, Willie Beans, Steve Kennedy, Steve Young, Mark Ketty, Bradley, Luke. Thank you guys so much for jumping on the stream. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. But yeah, take care, everybody. Peace.